and find out what's new in the refreshed MG Gloss store. Hello and welcome to Overdrive. I am Soini Dutt. Mercedes-Benz India plans to launch 10 new products in the luxury space in India this year, and that promise has started with the launch of the AMG E53 Cabriolet, which has been priced at 1.30 crore rupees pan-India. Now Rohit got a chance to drive this top-down beauty around the hills in Pune. Let's take a look.
This is the Mercedes-Benz E53 AMG Cabriolet. It belongs to a rare breed of four-seater convertibles. Of course, it's not based on the same long wheelbase as the E-Class that is sold to us, but in terms of the comfort, I'm not really complaining. There is enough space, the contouring of the seats is not too bad either, so it's not too bad here in the second row. Also, this car has come at a rather good time. There's a nip in the air, there's enough sunlight to make this a pleasant weather to drive in. The kind of drive we would love to have the roof down. Oh, and this car, it takes an awfully long time to retract that roof. Almost 20 seconds, which is the only slow mechanical bit on the E53 Cabriolet. And you can option this roof in 4 colors and the body in 5. Oh, and it loves the winding roads. The short wheelbase ensures that it feels sharp and agile through the bends and not one bit like an E-Class. While the quick yet linear power delivery in this 53 tune ensures that it doesn't feel as overwhelming or muscle car-like like the E63 AMG. This car is not only about its rare four-seater convertible body style, it's also not so much about the way it sounds. Even the engine is quite potent. Sure, it doesn't create headlines the way a hand-built AMG V8 would, but this inline 6, it's quick, it's fast, it's mated to a quick gearbox, and even the handling package is surprisingly good. It does justice to that AMG badge that you have peppered all across the car. It's certainly not as sharp as the A45 Amg, but doesn't feel like a four-seater when you start attacking the bends. Sure, it's not a hardcore track tool, but if you do decide to take it to the racetrack, you also get this Track Pace app, which is a part of this big 12.3-inch infotainment screen. You'll be able to get all your racetrack derived data right here. You have the telemetry, you have your lap timer. Not just that, it will also show you after a few laps what is the line that you took around the racetrack. It will also show you what is the ideal line around the racetrack so that you can even compare how good a driver you have been with this car. Of course, there are adjustable dampers too, and the comfort mode just makes it a bit too soft, almost like a Mercedes-Benz luxury sedan more than a coupe or a convertible. Certainly not an AMG. That's how soft it can go, which is a good thing, because when you need it on bad roads, it gives you a nice supple suspension setup. But the Sport Plus mode, that stiffens up things. Of course, it's still not as sharp as something like an AMG GT. There you're talking about a completely different breed of car or a different breed of sports cars from AMG. But it stiffens it up to a level where the car doesn't feel squishy, it doesn't feel vague. Everything feels precise, from the steering to the suspension. The car just works as intended. It will point in the direction where you want to go and will power out of corners with that potent engine. So the beauty of this engine is also the EQ boost function that it comes with between gear shifts, or when you need that low-end performance, especially around inclines like these which have a lot of hairpins, etc. There's that EQ boost function which comes into play. On paper, it gives you about 22 PS of boost, but more importantly, it acts like a torque fill. So between gear shifts, on inclines like these, it'll give the engine that additional torque that is required to ensure that the performance is linear, the power delivery is linear, there are no breaks in between. So irrespective of the pace at which you are driving, it always ensures that there is some edge of the seat entertainment, and then there is, of course, a suite of electronics, safety net that ensures that things never go out of hand. And with the wind curtains up, what fills into the cabin is a swooshing sound that is quite unique and likable. Pretty cool, I would say, and also ensures that if you're driving on a cold day, things still remain warm and cozy inside the cabin. Perfect for the cold mountains. And for that kind of cold weather or the mountain roads, you also get the 4MATIC all-wheel drive system, which ensures that there's plenty of grip all the time. But because this all-wheel drive is tuned by AMG, it's also fun-oriented when you engage the Sport or the Sport Plus modes. Mercedes-Benz isn't offering the race pack with this, so you will not get the drift mode. Bird's gonna be unhappy. But even without it, this is a very quick car. Get it right and you will sprint from 0 to 100 in a little over 4 seconds. And will carry on accelerating, putting power down to the road until it reaches a top speed of 250 kilometers an hour. Honestly, I don't really care about the top speed. What I do like is that I can enjoy a drive like this with the top down, maybe with 3 people in the car, like-minded ones of course. Enjoy this kind of handling, enjoy this engine, enjoy that mid-range punch, enjoy the way it exits corners. Do this for a few hours and then pull over, grab a cup of coffee and just smile at each other for the lovely drive that it was. That's the kind of car this is. More than just regular open-top motoring. Time to pull over and get that coffee.
Considering Mercedes-Benz India has recorded their highest ever sales numbers in the country in 2022 and have attributed 22% of those sales numbers coming in from their top-end models, it stands testament to the fact that the luxury car market in India has been seeing a resurgence.